My friends, in this vast universe, there are many mysteries. What is the uncaused cause? How did inorganic matter create organic matter? Did Michael Jackson do it? What killed the people who opened King Tut's tomb? But perhaps none of these mysteries are as titillating as the mystery of how Lumine awoke the traveler from outside the spaceship despite never once leaving it. In the most recent story quest, we learn the Frostmoon Scions have a relic that allows them to see the true past.
They say that each of their moon chanters has had access to an ancient relic that lets them see the true past.
Notice there's a lot of emphasis on the moon marrow being able to see the truth of the past.
You'll have to forgive me. I used too much of my strength in the battle earlier. I fear I won't be able to help you uncover the truth of the past. Not right away, at least. I've been focused on taking care of myself these past few days, so I'm in a good place. And since you're looking after the moon marrow for us, I should be able to help you investigate the truth of the past.
When Lauma helped us look into the past, all we were able to see was a single shooting star streaking across the sky, which the traveler recognizes as the twins' spaceship. And to be fair, if you zoom in, you can just see it's quite literally their spaceship. Already, this account of history is questionable at best. What do I mean? We have been shown time and time again that the day the travelers arrived to Teyvat, they came as two stars streaking across the sky. They have always been represented as two stars, yet now, for the first time ever, when looking into the true past, as shown by the moon marrow, the pair are being represented as one star. Furthermore, when Columbina helps us look into our past, she further reveals the spaceship crashing at Star Sand Shoal, and it's laying dormant for years as evidenced by the moss growing on it. Never is anyone ever seen leaving the ship, and Aether even wonders when Lumine left the ship, so you can imagine it was a shock to see Lumine arrive at the ship from the outside to awaken Aether in order to get them to leave Teyvat, thus starting the game.
Our spaceship. A long time passed after we landed. No one left the ship during that time, but Lumine found me from outside of it somehow.
Huh? How would that even be possible?
I don't know.
So the big question, what's going on here? How is any of this possible? Well, first let's try and pool what we know for sure to be true, which I could only come up with one. One, the true past of Teyvat is malleable. Irminsul exists, and it has the power to change what the true past looks like. We aren't looking into the traveler's memories of 500 years ago because those memories are hazy, and the moon marrow doesn't clear up foggy memories. It, as stated numerous times, has the ability to look into the true past of Teyvat. But because the true past of Teyvat is something that can and has been previously altered, in looking back at the true past of Teyvat, all one can do is look at the past of Teyvat that someone wants them to look at. Again, what do I mean? Lumine, our sibling, is present in Irminsul despite not being from this world.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
There must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all. There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
Yet despite this, not even Nahida could track her journey to a certain point because according to Nahida, someone was obfuscating or hiding our sibling's fate within the tree.
But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Now, while at the time we didn't know who was doing so, we've now since come to learn our sibling is working with Vedderfulnir, one of the 5 bastard sinners of Conria, who, if at full strength, could probably with ease block our sibling's fate from being read in Irminsul. But why is our sibling in Irminsul but not us? According to Nahida, it's because we're a descender and they aren't. However, if you remember, Skara Bunchamunch gave us a bit of extra information about our siblings' arrival to Teyvat that doesn't seem to apply to us, and what's more, may explain this entire mystery completely. While Aether confirmed that their spaceship landed in Nod Cry when they first arrived to Teyvat,
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Lumine and I first arrived in Teyvat.
this does not mean it was the pair's first destination, as Lumine's first destination, we know, was Conria.
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
What's interesting about this scene is Scaramouche doesn't say you guys, he just says she. He makes a distinction between us and our sibling and how we arrived at this world. But that aside, she only came to this world due to a summoning most likely done by the nation searching for descenders, Conria. And what's more, the sibling tells us that we were separated from them the moment they woke up on Teyvat. Yet we never see them wake up in this true past. So, discounting Irminsul alterations, this means they woke up somewhere else, most likely Conria.
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria.
The idea that our sibling never woke up with us is further reinforced by the fact that Lumine searched the entire world for Aether when she remembered he existed, but never found him. If they had awoken together, then surely once she regained her memories, finding him simply would have been easy. But not only did she not find him, she had to check the entire world. As for the passage of time we see on the ship amounting to what is no doubt years, we know that for years, Lumine was serving as the Princess of Conria all the while the ship was simply deteriorating. So what's going on here? The way I see it, there's either some Irminsul fuckery altering the true past of the sibling thanks to the handiwork of Vetterfaldir, or for some reason, and at some point, our sibling somehow exited the spaceship before it crash landed and awoke in Conria. The problem really is we have no idea how large a role Irminsul is playing in changing her past, and given we already know her information in Irminsul has been altered, feels like we're playing a fucking guessing game more than anything, trying to solve this conundrum. So, let's guess then. Looking at how the story has progressed, and the little tricks the writers have been pulling recently, like the bootstrap time paradox resulting in an impossible number of keys, the abyss impersonating the voice of archons, and now sinners impersonating the body and voice of people, is there at all a chance that the sibling we've come to know and interact with throughout most of the story isn't our real sibling at all, and the real sibling is dead, meaning our current sibling is some kind of double? Maybe, but, then one would have to explain how the sibling remembers the things we said to each other off-world.
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Aether.
And for those going, memory transfer. I mean, maybe, at that point, anything's possible, right? Although, to be fair, Rare somehow knew the Traveler's name was Aether, or Lumine, depending on who you picked, which I guess Lumine or Aether told him back in Conria? That was the only part that made me go, what the fuck about that reveal?